We have a weather impact alert heading into this weekend starting around Friday afternoon into about Sunday morning for the potential of some heavy snow, especially the further north with likely accumulations of some ice across the region that could lead to a few slick spots and dangerous travel conditions. On top of that, we're going to have those dangerously cold temperatures with wind chills into the single digits possible. So be sure to stay updated heading into the next couple days and make sure to make those basic preparations to be able to protect your people, pets, plants, as well. Start getting some of that exterior protection for those pipes, especially if they are outdoors as well. Winter storm watches are already in effect through the Permian Basin, Big Country, Contra Valley for that threat of moderate to heavy ice alongside snow and also sleet. Otherwise, the next couple of days, Wednesday, Thursday, it's going to be a fairly nice days. A brief northerly wind today turning southerly. We're going to be 60s and 70s heading into Thursday, but will drop significantly as the cold front's going to be coming in on Friday, bringing in a lot more colder temperatures. Otherwise, even out the door right now, it is a rather cool start. We're at 31 into Midland, but a bit more moisture into the Big Country, Contra Valley, giving 50s where there is some patchy fog. Otherwise, our storm system is currently off into the Central Pacific. It's going to start making its way over into near our neighborhood, increasing our lift, bringing in some of that Pacific moisture, clashing with the Arctic cold front that's going to be coming in around early Friday morning into the afternoon. An overrunning pattern with the dense kind of more cold air is going to be overrun by some of that warmer air and moisture, increasing clouds and precipitation. We'll have a little bit of rain into the early morning afternoon, transitioning to some freezing rain further north, pushing further south as we head into the later portions of the evening for our Friday into Saturday. I think this is going to begin to expand throughout much of Saturday. I think a lot of us are going to stick with some freezing rain. The further north will have work with a bit of snow, some cold rain further south. We're going to be smack dab in the middle of all of these winter precipitation. I think the snow will be able to sneak in by the time we head into the later portions on Saturday, but we're going to work with the freezing rain and sleet throughout the majority, I think, of at least Saturday. Snow heading into early Sunday, pushing out by the later portions of the afternoon. So with this, I think slick spots are going to be the main weather impact. Still kind of comparing between the two models. The Europeans keeping snow totals rather low, higher further north, but keeps the ice and ramps it up to a near ½ inch of ice throughout much of the region, in which that could create some crippling and at least some very slippery conditions and potential power outage. The GFS is still on board trying to give us a little bit more snow. Don't necessarily look at the totals, more so look at how the trends are remaining further north for the higher snow. But overall, that pushes some of that ice further south in between I-20 and I-10 into near areas of the Contra Valley. But even then, I think we're going to have some slick spots regardless. Here's kind of a quick mindset of preliminary snow totals forecast. I think it's going to remain higher further north, taper off the further south. I do expect there will be changes, but overall, we are expecting at least mostly to be an ice event and just a dangerously cold event. We're talking temperatures that are going to be below freezing, between 48 to 72 hours possible. This is not going to be anything like 2021. I'm going to go ahead and put that out there right now. Well, I think we will be able to get out of freezing as we head to around Monday and Tuesday, but that colder air is really going to stick with us as we head in throughout much of the weekend and really heading into around Sunday morning. I think that is going to be the coldest morning with single-digit wind chills going to be possible. So make sure you have multiple ways to stay warm heading into the weekend, but otherwise today we're going to start freezing in the morning, but otherwise warm up to some 50s for daytime highs, 57 for both Midland and Odessa, hitting a high of 60 into the Key City and 62 off into San Angelo. We're going to see a handful of clouds today, increasing especially further into Thursday, as we go into Friday, with that chance of precipitation is going to start heading into the afternoon, mixing into the early evening hours. We'll stick with that heading into the weekend with a small transition to snow overnight, really into Saturday into Sunday, clearing out by the afternoon hours, slowly warming back up early next week.